Hi, guys. Let's see, Denise. Oh no, Denise. I always start my classes at 5:30 in the evening when I do them in the evening, and I am really sorry. I know I've tried to get a schedule up, but like today we had Julie who stayed home with sick granddaughters, and so I just can't get a schedule up, and I do apologize, but um I did announce, I did say Friday I'd be here Monday. And if I say I'll be here, I'm always going to be here, I promise. But it will be at 5:30 my time, which is mountain. Now we can say it's mountain daylight time, and I'm excited about that because it was almost 7:40 when it got dark last night, but it is now what, 5:30. I just had to get my camera. It's got this delayed start. It doesn't like me to push the button. So I will be here. I promise when I say I'll be here. Very seldom am I not. But we are here and we are going to start with these first 5 pages. So, and we kind of, this one, there's really nothing to do. We do have a tab, but we're going to start here. And we made our little pages last week. And so now we're going to get our insides done, and I believe we'll get 1, 2, 3, 4, and this little guy, and we'll start the front. We'll get these done tonight. The first part, and that's kind of like, yeah, it went really well. We got a lot done. Okay, so and lately every time I touch something, it falls out. And I have to pick it all up. So I have my nice little pile right here. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take out 1, 2, 3, 4, these 5 little first sheets. I am going to keep them in order, and then it will also help. We're just kind of moving along, I really think. Now I'll take them out of here so we'll know exactly where we're at. And we're just going to start here with the first so we can take this completely out. So we're going to work on the front and the back. We did ink our pages. Excuse me. And this just looks so plain to me. So, like I said, everything went on before. I did it also with the wood signs. Also, the wood signs. Tomorrow morning, I am doing at about 9 a.m. Mountain. Yeah, it'll have to be 9 a.m. our time, Mountain Daylight Time. I will be doing our spring sign. Okay, we're going to start here with this little like file folder tab. Like I said, this was just so plain. And look how just a little thing like that is going to dress that up. Kind of changes the whole thing. And then I have a butterfly that's going to come from our sheets here. And I did use more of a brown butterfly. And the funniest thing, there's Homer standing at the back door with a ball in his mouth. So I'm going to just take this bottom one. It's not the exact one I used before, but I'll be honest with you, if you've worked with 49 a Market, then you know it's kind of hard to find everything you're looking for. This is what that butterfly looked like. This one is a little bit smaller, and that's just fine because they both look really good. And then if you were wanting the new Through the Looking Glass not G45, 49 a Market, that is in, and Lexi got it on the website, so it is on the website. I am not doing a tutorial with it, just so you guys know. And there was no, tutorial that came from 49 a Market with that one. So you can use any one of these tutorials, though. It will be super cute with it. So I'm going to leave this time some of you have some newsprint that is printed. I'm going to leave that. I don't want to cover that one up. And then we will also work on this Thursday this week. So I have a tax appointment tomorrow, so I can't work on it tomorrow evening. And then so I will be back to work on this Thursday. I'm going to try and do one during the morning, but it'll count on it for sure in the evening. Okay, now we're going to flip this over. And let's get out. Let me just close the screen here. Okay, we're going to get out our, hi, Miss Janice. Excuse me. I'm going to get out my brown cardstock scraps, and you should have quite a few of them. I'm going to use the vellum that it was the 65. And then I'm going to use 2 of my 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. So it's the smaller. We have the larger and then the smaller. No, I'm going to use the small. I'm going to use these 3 by 4s. We need these, so I won't be using these. These are 3 by 4. Thank you. Yeah. And from my brown, we're going to cut 2 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. The blade's not in there all the way. Okay, 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. Okay, these are a little bit bigger than this one. I use my 2 3/4 by 3 3/4, but I'm going to go bigger this time. See, I already used some of my mats on the first one. That's why, but I like the bigger size. And then we want the letters legacy. Welcome. I got to clean everything up because I dumped it all. And we want the rub-ons, which I love the rub-ons because they make such a statement without taking up a lot of room. I'm going to move these off to the side for just a minute. And I'm going to turn this sideways, but making sure that's at my right-hand side at the top. Okay, my husband played ball with Homer, and now he's standing outside the window looking in at me with the ball in his mouth like, more. I want more. I'm going to beat that dog. They weren't so darn cute. Okay, I want to cut out this postage stamp, and it looks like I don't know what it looks like, but it's really cute. I think that's a button or a cookie. It looks like a cookie. I don't know what it is, but I did not use it. Okay, so I put remember right up here on the edge. And we're going to put that just about in the middle. So, did everybody have a great weekend and a good Monday? Our weather's been in the 60s. How about you guys? It's really nice. Hubby's been out there working in the garden getting it ready. I'm so excited. And then just as he gets what he wants planted, it will freeze. Oh, it got to 70, Janice? Wow. Okay, when it starts separating like that, but you can see, there we go. I had some darker spot. You'll have some darker spots, so you want to rub those down. That looks good. I really like those. And let's go ahead and put these together. It was 75. Wow. I know we're still going to get some snow. We always get a spring snow in Utah. Do you, Janice? It doesn't last. We'll have a couple of days, but I do think spring's a little bit early this year, but I don't know. It still may snow a lot. Oh, is yours return? Okay. Well, ours is supposed to be nice all this week. And I really do. I'm glad it's nice because the dogs really are happy outside. Wilbur goes out on the deck and sun pigs and gets his belly all red. And the other two just go moseying around the yard, sniffing everything. Okay. So now I got those two put together for my for my paper. So we can go ahead and add those. And before I do put them down permanently, use your dots. It'll help center. Let's put this in the center first. So I kind of know where to put these guys. It's spacer time. Hold on. Okay. I'm going to start here with my 1/4 inch because I want this one. It wasn't perfectly straight. I want this one straight. So I'm going to have 1/4 inch at the bottom and 1/4 inch at the top this time, so I have them straight. This one got a little crooked. And then just watching my dots over here. And that's how I'll keep mine straight. like it much better that using those spacers. I just have told myself you've got to start spacing things out so they're not crooked. How many of you do that crafty talking to yourself? I finally listened. Okay, that one is done. And let's put those two away. And our next one is the page that we made. And we'll do the framing things on the back, but on the front, we are going to use, we have a piece of lace that looks like this. And then we are going to use our white, and I'll tell you what size it is. It should be 4 by 5. Nope, 3 3/4 by 4 3/4. Oh, only if you hear an answer. Okay. I always talk to myself when I'm figuring this out. So we're going to start with our 4 3/4 by 4 3/4, and we're going to cut a background. I used brown. I don't think that's going to be wide enough because I want it to be 4 1/4. And I did use the 65 pounds. Let's see what, everything I'm pulling out is 4 inches. Okay. Well, I'm going to have to cut a piece. Because I really like the 65 pound for this. Oh, wait a minute. It is 4. It is 4 by 5. Okay, I don't need to cut one. Cool. Just grab one of your 4-inch strips. I don't know about you, but I had quite a few of those left. And then our 3 3/4, perfect, by 4 3/4, white matting, or if you're cutting your matting, you'll cut it to that 3 3/4 by 4 3/4. And remember, mine looks a little different than this one because this was too short, so I added this piece. And then oh, you know what that is back there? That is, no, you wouldn't know because I haven't shown you yet. Okay, hold on. That is going to be in our 6 by 8s. Okay, let's get a few things here. because we want, it's going to be a 3x4 card. Perfect. No, yeah. It is going to be this one at the bottom. Nope, it can't. It's the same number. What I did is then I just put this on top. And we put everything in the book, so we're safe here. This one has, let me show you, the tickets 7876 and then 585 right there at the top. And they're 4x6 when we cut it, not 3. Now it's very possible, because now these are all of what we did not use. It's very possible I had another one. Hello, Monica. How are you? I just want to do a double check here. See, we have another one. I didn't need to cut it, but I did. That's okay. That's the one we're going to use. Well, I hope the weather's good and you didn't have to be out in the weather. And let's go ahead and ink these edges. Right now, we're just going to lay things down. So I do have this off to the, you know, a little bit of a tilt. Okay. And then this does come over the edge. It is bigger than this. And then with this little guy, I just took it top to bottom. And I'm going to have this edge to the outside here. And so I want to get this cut down to 8 inches. Oh, this is an 8, is it? Yes, it is. Okay, I'm going to add some more distressing to this. Especially the inside scalloped edge does not have distressing like that outside does. I did on my birthday. I heard from her, and I heard from her on the Saturday. And you know, you guys, yeah. If you are friends with her, just send her out a message. I need to cut it a hair more. Oh, good. Oh, good, Monica. Yeah, when I talked to her a week ago this Saturday, I reached out them because it had just happened and it was like scary for her. Well, Monica did hear from her. And I'm sure she's a nervous wreck. Okay, I wanted that to match the matting. So our matting is basically 7 7/8 long. And then I will just kind of place things first. This will come over the edge a little bit. And I want the tickets to show. I kind of covered up the bottom. It just gives us some really nice layering looks. Yeah, she's a sweetheart. And once you get those all ready, then we're just going to go ahead and lay things down. Oh, well, that's right there got to be nerve-wracking for her. Are they going to work, did she say, Monica? Or are they staying at home? And like I said, this is a little bit, I turned it a little bit to the right, I guess you would call it. We'll cover that. Now be mindful of the holes there. We're going to add that on top after we glue this down. Yeah, let her know we are all thinking about her and we miss her. I think I covered my lace a little more than I intended to, but that's all right. It shows a little bit more on the original one. Okay, let's get out a couple of things. And one is I have, I'm going to find the other typewriter. We have a smaller typewriter, and it was still on my sheets. It may have come off. There it is. So you have two. I'm going to use the smaller. Yes. And then I have a stamp that's going to go behind it. And then the legacy. But you know what? I didn't realize when I was decorating, I had grabbed, oh, no, I didn't. Never mind. We should still have it. I thought I grabbed it and stuck it down on there, and I guess I didn't. So we want to find our legacy word. I dropped mine, so I'm going to have to keep going through them again. I didn't have time to resort them because I dropped them just as I turned the camera on. Okay, there's Love Story, Our Legacy. And then we're going to get some things off of here. And one is going to be the cluster of leaves, I hope. Okay, I'll have to look inside my tray. And we are going to have the key and the lock. All right, here's our cluster of leaves. We have some big roses there. And then we want a lock, the other lock. Well, I just might be using this lock and one of the keys. I'm going to use the longer one over here, or this one that wants to come out. And then a pen. Okay, there should be a writing pen. We should still have one or two of these left. And if you don't find yours, like I'm not going to find mine, I will put mine on later, but it's very possible mine have fallen out and they're in my bucket. But it looks like this. And as soon as it shows up, then it will get to be placed on here. All right. I'm going to start here with the leaves. And I'm just going to place it kind of here at the top. Let's see. So you can still see the ticket. And see, this is a little bit different, but that's okay. And then the key, just kind of put it where you like it. I don't want it to really get into my photo mat there, but I do want it there. Okay, so our legacy will go down here at the bottom. And then I have the typewriter, and I'll have, whoops. I want that to kind of look like it's, you know, coming out of there. Okay, that's going to go over the photo mat just a little bit. So I'll keep my dot here to the left. kind of want it to go back behind there. So the pen looks really good there, but it will show up. Just pick these up before I do get a big scattered mess. And there's that page. Okay, when we turn over, now we're going to use one of our frames. Thought this was a fun page. Let's see. Let's do just a little bit of sorting here. Oh, you guys, you're not going to believe what I just found. You remember him? And didn't he go on the album on the cover? Well, guess who came home? I hope he's happy with himself. I looked everywhere for that little dude. And we just found him. So I'm very grateful. Oh, there's my other butterflies. I think these are so pretty. Okay. Sorry about having to do a little sorting, but that's what happens when you dump everything. So what I'm looking for is my frame. And it has the kind of green on it. So and it does not have this stuff. What's it called? I know, the birdie flew home. It's this one. So there's no, see the difference? You don't have any of the movie strips. You don't have the tickets. It's just this planer. We're going to add our own ticket here in just a minute. And then you want to get out your biggest photo mat. And it is from your Cut Once 4x6. And we might have to trim, or we might want to, depending. No, that's going to fit really well. So yeah, I'm going to take 1/8 of an inch off, just off of there. At least I found him. Pretty happy about that. On. Okay, so this is going to go kind of at the top. So I have it just a row of dots below. Okay, then we need to find our round doily. And we have one of the, I guess that is an actual clock, isn't it? Oh, guess what I just found. So we'll use it somewhere else. But also I want to show you something. See these are really little, and I know I've got one over there, so I may not have all 4. These are these little decorative corners that are on, and I know I just picked one up the other day. They're really easy to lose. And I picked one up and I said, I can't lose that. But anyway, I did put that in the corners. And I'm hoping I did pop it back in here. All right, he's not leaving again. What I did is I put these in the corners. But for right now, I'm just going to keep them in there because I don't know if I have all four. Now what I'm looking for is the clock. And they also may be attached to one of our frames. You could even use that. That would be cute because I didn't use that anywhere else. Okay. Well, let's take a look here. I know I have a feeling they're loose in there, but we're going to take a look. Okay. It's these little things right here. I am going to go ahead and pop out the ones I find. And then I'll use them. They've kind of scattered them throughout. There's another one. So it looks like I have 3, and I have probably number 4 sitting, oh Lord, somewhere. Oh, well, this is bigger though. See, we have some bigger ones too. Did anybody find your little clocks? So there's 3. Okay, well, while we're here, let's go ahead. I took out the ticket that has 7876 on it. Ah, I found a pen. Told you guys one would pop up. Okay, well, my clock is in here. Yay. And there's my other pen. Now I can put him on the other side. So it doesn't matter which one you use. They both look about the same. We'll get into our butterfly and stuff here in just a minute. So I'm going to go ahead and put this down. I counted over 2 rows of dots from the left and 1 row of dot from the top. I'll just put my adhesive on the white photo mat. Once I determine, this will only go on your frame though. You only want it to be on the frame. Then I can just kind of determine where I want my ticket. I just love to layer the look. I just like the layered look. Okay. And then again, we only want to glue this onto the frame. So just like an inch on each edge, just so you can get this open. we'll just let that sit there for a minute, and I'll put my clock on there. Get rid of that white edge. Where's my phone? So on the clock, I'm just going to use a little bit thicker. I think it's pretty dry. And let's get our word heritage and then a butterfly. So now that I know where my butterflies are, I'm going to use the orange one. This one was that orange and yellow, but I used it on the other side, I believe. So this time I'll have the orange and the word heritage. That's different because I didn't take the green over the holes like I did here. So I did take it right to the edge. But not over the edge. Now I got glue everywhere. I sure know how to make a mess, don't I? And put it in the wrong spot. What on earth did I do? Okay. Then your butterfly. Now, if you can, get a little bit of glue on those little antennas. Okay, and the last thing was these little, and actually, oh, you know what? I only used 3 because that one covers the other corner. So I just thought the corners looked a little bare, and I do have it poke over the top. So I'm good. I can put them all down. I'm going to put my bigger ones away so they don't get lost. And then we're just going to lightly add our adhesive. So we got one that has to come out. I know it's Monday, but you guys are really quiet. Now, remember the part, if any's going to stick over your photo mat, don't add your adhesive. It doesn't want to come off of there. Still wants to stick to it. Now I got glue everywhere. It didn't get punched out. Okay, that's the side with no glue. Oh, you know what though, Janice? I don't have a problem adjusting. I'm just going to put it in the center. to the time change for spring. I do in the fall. Isn't that odd? This one doesn't seem to bother me at all. Okay. And that one is done. So we are going to now go back. I get to add my pen. I'm so happy because it needs it. See the difference? It just adds. When you add one little thing, it's amazing how it changes the feel of it. Okay, the page is completely done. Yay. Oops, I got my typewriter too high, and I knew better than that. I got to do just a little bit of surgery. Actually, you know what? We're going to leave the foam. We're going to leave that. No, we're not. Now we can get that off better. Okay. We're going to do this again. And we're going to put it in the right spot. Go to bed. Oh, yeah. Okay, you know, since I have kind of a space there that looks really funny, that's so easy to fix with when it comes to 49 a market, because you have so much to play with. So let me get another ticket. And we have a whole bunch here we don't use. Well, at least you have time until the retreat this fall to get, I'm just going to take, it doesn't matter which one, to get your body used to it. See, and I'm going to stick him down there. Now that will cover that spot and we'll be good as gold. I didn't glue the top part because it's on the photo mat. There. Yeah, and I asked you guys, I said, I mentioned to you guys, watch, you know, your holes. So I cover mine. Okay, that is all done. And our next page is this one. And yeah, you can see it. But what I did is I put this here. We're going to decorate the top. I just added some butterflies from our washi tape. So because I used mine, and I already sent Janice, I wasn't thinking, whoops, I sent those others to Janice. I'll just use something a little bit different. Then we have 2 white photo mats, a white photo mat here, and a rose. Okay. The top, I didn't do the front. I didn't want to cover those, but on the bottom, and we've got plenty of rub-ons. I'm going to just start with my bottom piece. And that is the coffee stain. I just love those. It was out here on this outer edge. So now I'll just come over here to the opposite edge. or you could use one of these other splots, but I like the fact it looks like there was a coffee cup sitting there. You know, the old postcard. So I'll put that down. And then I just used the washi tape. And we have butterflies. They were right here. So I'm going to use these butterflies over to the left, which is, they're almost the same, just a little different. And I just put them across the top. It's like, okay, just me. Homer, go in the house. Go. Oh my gosh. I can't get my camera that way. If you guys could just see him standing at my window with the ball in his mouth. He's going to drive me crazy. Oh, he went to bite the glass. He must see a shadow. Oh, he's funny. Here. And I did use all three. He says, you haven't played ball with me since probably. Oh, you know what? And we have mosquitoes. That's what he's chasing. He dropped the ball to, oh, get a mosquito. My husband was out in the garden and he says the mosquitoes were out. And I'm like, what? It just didn't get cold enough this year to kill them off. I do like these washi tape butterflies. I do like the washi tape things. As long as you glue them. But not to your desk. Okay, and then decide how you want to place it. This would be a good spot to write down dates. And you can, I just love these. You can go throughout your book and just add those even after you put a picture on. I would put it on top of a photo and make it look like it was an old coffee stain. I just think they're really cool. Okay, now let's turn this over to the back, because what I did is I took one of the 3.5. Put this in the front. By oh, I don't think they're 3.5 by 5. Let's do a quick measurement. 4 3/4 by 3 3/4. Yeah, what I did is I cut this down, so it's 3 3/4. I just cut it to 3.5. I felt it was just too wide, so just take 1/4 of an inch off. We're going to center it right there. And I need to ink this really quick. And one reason you'll notice this is upside down if you did it the way I did, so that we had the flowers at the top. The graphic journaling or ledger is upside down. Okay, we're going to somewhat center that. And then choose a rose. And because I have to use a different one, but we have quite a few of them. And they come off the sheet with just the single roses on them. So that one has more of an orange with the ivory on the outside. So this time I'll just use the orange one because that came from this set. I'm just going to lay it. I won't glue this part of the flower down. And then we want the tile or tag that says Family Ties. No, we don't. You do. I don't have this, so I have to wait. But you'll want Family Ties. That one came from this set because I wasn't thinking and sent them all to Janice. I was like, I was not quite done, but that's okay. So I'm just going to put a little bit here on the outside. But you should have your Family Ties, so you'll add Family Ties there. And when we're finished, I'll go back and add one of them that I didn't use. Then Family Ties at the top. Okay, we can put that back into the sleeve. And then we will take out the top ones. Hi, Linda. And these are going to have our 2 3/4 by 3 3/4, the smaller ones. No, that's a bigger one. And I'm going to add, or I'm going to ink the edges. Let me see if the gate got closed on him. Oh, no, it didn't. You know, animals know the time changes. And so he's thinking it's staying dark longer. We're supposed to be out there in our chairs because in the summer we go out about 8 o'clock when it cools off. And so he's associating, you guys, it's 6:40 and not dark. It's so cool. So I think Homer, poor guy, he's thinking, why aren't you out here again playing ball with me? Okay, back the same way. Flowers to the right. Okay, now on the front, I did portraits of the past. And you can use your dots. You can use, but it is going to cover here. Just wanted you guys to know. So I did put the foam up here at the top. So when I opened it, I had to go like that. So, you know, I think I'm going to do this time. I'm going to actually put it so it's down here on the card. And then I just have to reach behind. That would make more sense and less work. Okay, so I'm going to get my foam, and we're going to have to cut because you don't want them to be very thick. So I'll just cut some in half. So we want it on the bottom, on the word portraits. And you won't see it this way either. It'll be sitting on top of your card. But the foam does a pretty good job of sticking to the plastic. I don't use any glue with it. So just cover my butterfly a little bit. Push that down and you won't even see it in the back. Very cool. Much better than the way I did it before. Okay, that page we're finished with. Okay, now we have these guys. What I did here, I just didn't want to cover that. So you could put your photo, and here I did one of the vases. Once again, I will use a different vase because I've used that one. And a couple of the tickets. And then on the back, we'll do 2 photo mats and that heart. But I'm going to use this time because I don't have that anymore. I'll use this. That'll be pretty cute. And I didn't use it anywhere else. Okay. So I'll start here with the front. I mean, the top. But we're only going to do the back. And I used 2 of my 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. And I do want a good space in the center because I'll add just a dot of glue and attach your heart, or if you want to use your photo strip, which that's pretty cute. I thought, no, I know I inked them. I guess I just didn't ink a lot. I'm going to go over I didn't go over the heart, but you can go over your heart if you're going to use your heart, which is this one. Well, so I'll leave a 1/4 of an inch from the left and then the right. Okay, now whichever graphic you're using, we'll just put the dot in the center. That way we can get our photos in. And we just want to make sure we didn't get too far onto the photo area. Okay, now for the bottom on this one. Our 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. And you know, one thing I'm going to show you. I did the vase. And we are going to use a vase on the next sheet. That's kind of why I use them. But I'm going to show you an alternative. Okay, so we want to find those vases. And I have to tell you, these darn things, how they fall out. I'm going to show you that vase again because I'm finding the one that we're going to use next. It's the tall vase if you want to use it. Okay. Then we use this shorter one over here on the love story, which I need to, oh, you know what? I did use that. Oops. Okay. Well, we've got other cute things. I should have checked that first. Okay. So let's look for our bases for just a minute. You know, I have the Whispering Ways tutorial in that one album. Next is just the one. And I'm glad, to be honest with you, I need a break from having to dig through everything. I got to find, there's got to be something different with the ephemera. I love the ephemera, but it just, once it falls out and if you don't keep track of it, I'm telling you, it's gone, as you guys know. And I did not use these vases, so I should have them. And if I don't find them, then I will walk you through it because they were here. This one I know I used. This one I did not use, so it's just fallen somewhere. But I want to show you what I did to get your flower in there. So once you find your vase, which apparently I don't have one for either sheet now, I took and slit just right along the top. I made a slit with my X-Acto knife, and then I put down one of the roses and one of the leaves, and then these little leaves are just from your floral sheet. You'll see you have some single leaves, and then I took off 2 tickets. Okay, once you put your things through the base, then you can glue it on, and then you're set to go. How on earth do you fall out? Now, let me put this back in. Since I don't have any vases left, I thought I'd look at an alternative here with using the frame. And you can either use the frame for another photo. That's too big. So there's that rose I used in that one vase. I'm going to end up taking the bottom off there. But I just wanted to use the frame more as a, a spot here to decorate with. Okay, and we can get that all glued down. There. We might even want to go with the darker frame. Then I would just add a butterfly here on the inside with the flower. And but that's what I'm going to do. Okay, but I don't want to glue these down just in case I use them elsewhere. I don't think I did, but that will be my alternative. And that's what I'm going to go with. So I'm going to keep these in a pile as long as I did not need that extra bow or anything at the end. So I'm just going to set those aside. And that will be my alternative for that side. And I did leave this blank again for a photo, but it's just too pretty to cover up. Okay, so put that one in the book, and then I can come back and decide on that if I can find that other frame, and it will show up. Okay, I just think this is a really cute little sheet, the note sheet. And then this is going to be we're going to do this page in the front of the next one. And we're going to be in pretty good shape. Yes, you can, here. Tell me if I need to take it out of the sleeve, Diane. Well, yeah, I will. There's such a glare there. These do come off of your die cut sheets. They're on that one with all the tickets. These are also randomly placed. Let me show you, because here's some right here. This is a darker one, but you've got all kinds of little random on the two sheets. That goes over here. No, that goes over here. On here, I should have this vase, and I do not. But we're going to look one more time. See, there's those tickets. Just need to start pulling things off. Oh, instead of the heart, so I will use this. Remember, I used that reel, and you know, these are really pretty buttons. I just love them. Oh, I have another one. All right, we'll take that out. I really want the vase, but I'm going to look for these leaves. Those are pretty close. We didn't use them in our book, so I should have them. Okay, one last time, and we'll just walk you through the vase. So there's those two vases right next to each other down here on the bottom. You have these tickets right there, which are actually really pretty. Oh, there it is. Nope, that's not it. No, we won't throw that away. You just had I just had the leaf. You mean on that mirror piece, Janice? Or the frame? Okay, Mr. Birdie's going on her album. Well, I don't know where the vase is. Take the 12 by 16 and turn it over. 12 by 16. Is this a 12 by 16? And turn it over the back where the vases should be. Okay. Just a second. I don't want to tear that. Turn it back this way. The back of where the vases should be. Everything's just coming out. Okay, I'm watching your comments, Janice. Am I in the right spot? Okay, we're just going to pop these out. Never mind. Gotcha. Okay, we'll just start popping these out and set them aside. These are going to end up getting used. I'm going to get these all out now and out of the way so we don't have to go back and look through them. And I'll put that in the container for later. So, here's the thing. If you don't find the exact one, no fear. We have others and others I did not use. This one is a little bit different than this one, but that's okay. So with this vase, I did not slit it. I just put that down and then I pop the vase up on a foam, on some foam. Okay. So I will set this aside. So when I find the vase, it will go on it. But I do want Love Story. And we know that was in here. And I put it right across there. And just these three things made this look totally different. Actually, I'm going to put my leaf down. So when I do find the vase, at least I won't have lost the flowers. Or, as I call them, the Tim Holtz dead flowers. Dried, no, they're dried flowers. They are pretty. It is a little bit wider, but that's okay. It'll still work with our vase. Oh, ink of, oh, you're right, Janice. You know what? I can just take the, I can take our paper, our pattern paper, and I'll cut out a vase. Oh, you're right. That's an easy shape to cut. Okay, that will have a base on it. Just I'll either cut one by hand by going over that shape. Actually, I'll use the, here we go. Let's take a dark, let's see, oh, that would be pretty. This one, right here. It's gonna be close. I'm gonna do it on this side so I can see it. Thank you, Janice. For this one, I can use a pen because it's the back side. And voila. And actually, I don't want this narrow top. And because it's a little different shaped, let's go ahead and cut a slit in this one. Just about an inch. And that's going to give us more of a vase look. That's like what I did on the other one. I'm going to kind of squish that bow in there because I don't really want the bow part. I want it to more look like it's inside of the vase. Okay, and I'll glue that down, flip it over. Flip it over. Why? You want me to flip it over? So I'm not gluing the flower part down. Look at that, you guys. So I won't be using this on that other one. I'm going to make a frame with the other one. I'm going to cut another one later with the template that I saved. Thank you, Janice. Oh, don't cover the hole. Well, I covered the hole. Okay, I covered the hole. That has a string, that has a string. So that is my version. Boom. And like that, it's done. Okay, so I will now put the heart here since I went and used the other on the other side, that thing, because I didn't think I had this one. Oh, on the paper? Yeah, I probably shouldn't have, but I did. Okay, now this little guy, we have lots of those. That one, though, I took has numbers on it. 7876. Oh, the binder hole. Oh, the binder hole. Did I cover the binder hole? No, I didn't. Thank you. That's what you guys meant. Oh, I confuse so easily. This is going to be our... It's not the big one. It's 3x5. Nope, 4 3/4 by 3 3/4. Then we have 7876, and then 4585. Of course, we won't glue that part down. And then because I use that, this one's going to get the heart. And then we want, I love the rulers. I have them right here. And then we want family ties. And I should have that. Should have. And if I do, are two different things. So that's the magic touch. Don't drop your ephemera because you will lose pieces and parts that are not. You will not find again. So when I find it, it will go there. But this is going to go across and then it'll sit behind your heart. Okay, that's going to come so it's right to the top. So I'm just going to set that there. Okay, once I have my placement, I can move it. That one says love story. Okay, don't glue this bottom, just the top and then here in the center. Well, I got mine a little close. So I will just cut that off. And then it just sits right there at the top. Okay, that'll sit up on the photo mat a little bit. This will touch the edge this time, or I cut it off last time. I don't want to cut it off. I think it looks good all the way to the edge. So you can put this up on foam if you like. I didn't before, but I'm going to this time. I'll leave the top open so it can overlap the photo mat. And when I find family ties, it will go across here. So if this is flat, you just glue it. If it's not, you will have to just glue family ties here, but you have to put foam tape on the back here if you use foam tape so it matches. So if I was going to just glue that across, I'd glue this part here, foam tape this so it was the same height. But where right now, at the end, I'll go back and see what I have left, and I'll put it over there since I don't have my family ties. Okay, so that one's done. Long book. It goes in here. So we're going to do one more page tonight. And then we'll do this side we'll start there on Thursday, because we'll do like 5 pages. So we're going to do the front of this one, and we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we'll finish up the last 5, and then we'll do the cover. Oh, you can't find it either? Well, good. We didn't put it on the main album, did we, Diane? I'm looking. I hope we didn't put it on we couldn't have put it on the main album because I wouldn't have had it for the original one. Oh, who knows? Okay, we need a frame. And this one's going to have a ruler, and it's a tall. It's right here. No, yeah, it has this ruler. Let me look. Oh, wait a minute. Where's my book? There's my book. No, I put our heritage. I put our heritage here. My treasure. I love this album. Good Times. Memory Lane. No, that's okay. We have others, and we will go. We'll come back to that. Now, if you have yours, you're good. Okay. Frame. We need to have our bigger. Okay. As I throw everything. I don't think the medium one's going to fit there. No. So you're going to use your 4x6. And you know what? I'm going to take 3/8 of an inch off the bottom. No, I'm not. Yeah, I am. Or you can just lay it here and then trim it. And I am going to take about 1/8 of an inch off the side. Nikki, hello. We were all talking. Your ears were burning. We were all asking if everybody's heard from you and how you're doing. So this time, guys, let's go ahead. I'm just going to trim these corners. Are you going to work or are you staying home? Hopefully you're staying home and crafting and you're safe. That's the main important thing. Otherwise, I was going to come and get you. Oh, and hubby too. Yeah, trim your corners and it'll be so much better. Well, we are so happy you popped in. Now I actually feel much better. Okay. Okay, you're back at the office. Well, I'll tell you, I feel so much better hearing from you. Okay, I'm going to take a look here at the flowers. They're going to drive me nuts. Original. It's kind of your dried lilacs. Actually, it's two of them. So we have this double one here. Be gentle. Then we have this one. Yes. Nope. Nope. Oh, good. I'm glad that. Kind of like, well, I'm glad they're carrying on, but here it is, guys. What we do here is we're actually going to be putting like these two together. And then I bend this out just a little bit. But you want to be gentle when you're pulling it. You'll feel it kind of pop. Generations of Love. Then I'll put down here at the bottom in just a moment. Now we're going to want the rub-ons. We have some swirlies, and I've put a couple together. So we want more of the single swirlies. Right here, I think. Yes. Okay. Nope. Ah, these are falling out again. Okay, don't we have 3 sheets of the rub-ons? Oh, it is these. Okay, we're fine. Down here in the corner, we're going to take off this one. So we have this row and this cute little guy. He's going to go in the corner. We turn it this way. And then this one is these two. Actually, it's 2 of them here. Let me go from this direction. Okay, well, you sleep tight, and then we hope to see you when I'm live again on Thursday. But you keep us posted if anything changes. So let's move these off to the side for a minute. Let's go ahead and put these on. Oh, you know what? You've got 2 of these. One goes this way, one goes this way. I've already taken the thing off. So it's this one that you want to go here. But I took mine off. So I'm going to have mine pointing this way, which is just fine. But the original one is the one on the end here. It's hard to tell them apart. Oh, oh, there it goes. Kind of cool how sudden it just goes. Now it is dark, but it's enough that it really gives it some personality there. Okay, so I cut these guys in half. Place that one there. So there it is. Can you see like that? But I'm going to turn it. And after I put that down, it'll touch it and then kind of like continue on. But we want to put this one down first. Oh, there it goes. Night. Okay, so it's going to go underneath. Here's where I have it. But let me put this here first. I'll lap it right there. A little bit lower. I think I'll just cover that end. You have plenty, so you can even put more down, which I probably will do after we're done. I usually go back and see where I can put things. And so we'll I think I'll do that with you this time. I usually just do it after we're done, but I'll show you as I go back this time when we get all finished here where I put more. Okay, this one's going to go down first, more of the bundle here. Now remember, you don't want it to get on the white, so only put adhesive on the back side on this right hand side. And then we don't want it to glue our frame shut. So for right now, I'm just going to glue this here at the bottom. Then I'll glue it. Just add little binds of glue here to kind of glue it down. They are so hard to glue. Okay, I turned him in there a little bit. And then the Generations of Love, which I'm just going to put my foam dots across here. Okay, butterflies. collection had quite a few butterflies. They should have just put them all together. So we'll just get out of all of our butterflies. Okay, let's see what's on our sheets. All right. Let's see what we got here. Oh, here's our big green one. Right here. Yeah, the little guy, he can go back in the bucket. I didn't use him. So I used this green one. He's really pretty. Then we're looking for 2 orange, but I have the where it's darker and then lighter on the bottom. This little guy I may have used somewhere else, so we will see what, oh, here we go. What else we have? We have him. We have these two that not quite as bright, but that's okay. And I'll put him in the bucket. We're about out of butterflies. Okay. This one. Now this part of the frame, we can glue this whole thing down because we don't have to worry about it opening. I just want to make sure we leave the hole clear. Right there. So my flower is up just a little bit more. I may bring this down a little bit. I didn't pull that out quite as yet. No, that'll be good up there. Okay, let me just, while you guys are gluing that down. All right. Okay, that's done. Woohoo! So when we come back Thursday, we'll start here on the back page. We've done really well, even though we had to dig. You had to watch me dig for a bunch of stuff. So we're doing good. We're going to put this one down, and then we will start here Thursday. And I'm going to go through my pieces and get them put together. But isn't it pretty? It is dark, but once you get those family photos in, everything's going to look so nice. What happened here? Oh, there we go. It's going to look so nice with those family photos. Okay, that is where we're going to quit for tonight, and we will pick up on Thursday. And if possible, I will try to do one in the morning and one in the afternoon so that we can really get this done, because I know you guys are anxious, and I'm anxious to get started on the Whispering Ways so we can get that pre-made album from 49 and Market done. Now, don't forget, though, if you have it and you want to do the 49 and Market instructions, they were in that kit if you purchased it, so you can get going on that. And then tomorrow morning, I will be doing our, if you've got the spring, what's it called? The spring side. We're going to do that. We're going to get that all put together so you can get that hanging on your door, and it's going to be so pretty. Okay, guys, it was great to see you on this Monday, and I will see you tomorrow morning if you are making the sign or you just want to hang out with us and craft. We love to have you, and thank you for being here tonight. I'll see you in the morning. Good night, everybody. It'll be at 9 a.m. Mountain Time. Yes, have a great night. And you guys, 7:30, and it's just getting dark. I'm loving this. This is much better weather. Good night, everyone.